Yo, what's up, guys? This is D Brown with Track Hits. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Track Hits. So today we are doing the Olympic picks for the women's 200 for the Olympic Games for track and field. All right. So as you can tell, it's a very loaded field. We got Dina Asher-Smith, Brittany Brown. We have Daryl Nita. We have Sherica Jackson. We have Julien Alfred, Gabby Thomas. We have Mackenzie Long. We have all these different talented athletes running for all these different countries, and it's packed. It's packed. First things first, before I even get to the picks, these are my picks. These are the ones that I think are gonna, get top three. I have a couple of dark horses. One thing I can say, though, I don't think if you're running 22 seconds, you're gonna medal. I think this is not going to be one of those races we see someone winning with a 22.15 or 22.0. I think this is one of them races where we really see the times get down there. We really see some 21.5s, some 21.6s. And I'm really curious to see who's gonna take it home. But I tried my best to kind of break it down to kind of see who had, to see who has the ability to be able to take it. So first person I have is Gabby Thomas. Gabby Thomas has been putting together one hell of a year, race to race, season to season, has been showing that she lives at that 21.6, 21.5, 21.7 category to make it to on these teams. She's on the strength side, kind of similar to Sherica Jackson, where she can run a 400, a mid 49, and she could also run a pretty quality 100. She ran 10.88 when they did this year at the University of Texas. Really quality running that she's been able to put together, and I think it's her time. I really think it's her time. She, like I said, she's run 21, I think 6 this year. I think 21.7, 21.6. She recently ran a 21.82 against Julien Alfred, finishing the race really well. Start was kind of trash, but still able to run 21.8, and a headwind is really impressive. Like I said, she's been putting together really, really, really strong races. I think if there's any part of her race, I think that she's going to be vulnerable in is going to be the first 60. You have this race, these races with accelerators where, they really push out the first part of that 200, and they don't have enough to finish. I think Gabby Thomas is a finisher. I think 120 out, it's going to be hers. I think if there's anyone that's ahead of her, that's where she's going to be able to make her money. But if she's anywhere in the top three at that first 200, I don't think anyone's going to be there to challenge her. She has a unique strength. She has a unique strength that I don't think a lot of people have. That only maybe one or two people in the field have, to be honest. Maybe Mackenzie Long has that same kind of strength of speed endurance. Maybe Sherica Jackson. But these are athletes, again, that, we're going to get into it. But I think Gabby Thomas is going to bring it home for the Olympics in the 200. Next person I have is Julien Alfred. Julien Alfred has been putting together a really quality body of work as well. Having quality 60. She won the 60-meter indoors. She did really well in the 100s this year, running 10.7, running 10.8, 10.9s, really consistent running. Really trying to figure out her race model, specifically for the 200. Julien Alfred sparks me as an athlete who has the natural abilities more suited for the 60 and 100, but has been really working and training to make sure her 200's on point. It's not easy to run sub 22, especially on loaded legs. I think that she has shown, especially last year, that she can make it to a final. She has shown this year that she can run a quality 200 and run under 22 seconds. Now, my question is, can she run it for rounds? Is it going to take 21 to make it? If it takes 21, does she have another 21 in her legs to be able to snag a medal? That's the big question. But I think, given the body of work that we have from each of these athletes, I think that she is in a good situation to medal. She's in a good situation to medal. Third place I have is Sherica Jackson. Sherica Jackson hasn't necessarily had the best body of work this year. She's been really heavy, has been really inconsistent, has been really just like heavy. Her rhythm hasn't really been there compared to last year. So I really think that if she plans on cracking into the medal stand, she's going to have a season's best. She's going to have to, her season's best is from the Jamaican trials running 22.2. I think she expected to run a 21 against Julien Alfred Smith a couple weeks later at I forgot what race it was, where she pulled up with a hamstring cramp. I'm not sure how that, we got to see how her 100 looks. If she's anywhere in that 10.7 category, I think that she's going to be in really good shape for the 200 to go like 21.7. And I think that's what it's going to take. I think the cutoff for the women's 200 is going to be about like 21.7, 21.8. And I think that she has the capabilities to snag that last spot. She's going to fight for it. I think she's going to be an ugly 200. But I definitely think that she has the ability to go in there and handle her business. Now, for some reason, this young lady throws a 21-3 in this thing and decides, like, I'm going to run 21-3 today. I have a lot of questions. I'm going to be a little, like, caught off guard. And it's going to be pretty crazy because to jump from a 22-2 to a 21-3 in 5-6 weeks, that's suspect. And I don't want to, and no allegations, but it's gonna be kind of suspect to me because I need some explanations. But yeah, so those are my 3 picks. I have Gabby Thomas, Julien Alfred, and then I have Sherica Jackson. For my dark horses, I have Brittany Brown and Dina Asher-Smith. So Brittany Brown is someone that's shown that that can run in like lane 9 and snag a medal. You know, she has a medal from the 2000, I believe, in 19 World Championships. She's someone that sticks her nose into it, and she had a really successful campaign in the 100-meter dash last year, and her strength is really the 200. I mean, she has been someone that has shown that she is strong. She just signed a new contract with Nike. She was with Adidas. I think with the new bubble shoes, she has at least another 0.2, 0.3 left to drop in her in the 200. So she could be someone that is going to break that 22-second barrier. And if anyone is vulnerable, I think, if anything, I think Brittany Brown is someone that, you know, if Julien Alfred is not careful, or if Sherica Jackson is kind of recovered from injury, she can go ahead and snag a medal because she's been that consistent in terms of being able to show up in big moments. I think Dina Asher-Smith is someone else that can possibly snag a medal. You know, she's not too far away from home, Great Britain, and they're going to be in Paris. She's someone that just came off of a 22.02. I think she has to get her race model right. In that 22.02, she kind of just took it out very aggressive in the first 150 and got hawked down by the field, you know, with Julien Alfred and Gabby Thomas. She cannot run a race like that. She has to get her race model correct, you know. She has to figure that out. She's very strong. She has to continue to work on her speed endurance, but I'm very curious to see, like, if she does get it right, who would she take off? And again, you know, Dina Asher-Smith and Julien Alfred, they train together. Julien Alfred, I think, is faster in terms of the 100, but Dina Asher-Smith, she's someone that can hold the top end really, really well. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I don't think either of them get a medal, to be honest, but I do think that if Julien Alfred or Sherica Jackson make a mistake, then it's a wrap. I also have to assume that no one's going to false start. Everyone's going to make it to the finals. So I'm really looking forward to see how the women's 200 meter goes, and how they continue to progress. Because a lot of these athletes also run the 100. So like Julien Alfred-Smith runs the 100. Sherica Jackson runs the 100. I'm curious if let's say, for example, I think it's going to be very telling if Sherica Jackson only runs the 100 because the 200 takes a lot out of her hamstrings, you know, coming off the curve, and puts a lot of stress on it. Or if she gets out of the 100 and runs the 200 so she can have more time to recover. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting situation. So only time will tell, to be honest. Only time will tell. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. And but those are my picks. I have, like I said, Gabby Thomas, Julien Alfred-Smith, and Sherica Jackson. So let me know in the comments if you think that I'm right, if you think that those are quality picks, or if you have any other picks that are, like, you know, the same, you know, the same or different. I'm very curious to see what you guys choose and who you guys think is gonna win this thing. But I got Gabby Thomas. I think she's gonna win this thing in like 21-6, 21-7 at the slowest. So we shall see. But thank you guys for watching. Comment below if you think any different. Subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. And I see you guys on the next one. It's Steve Brown with Track Kids. Peace.